Let's go back to look at this formula. Previously, we worked on look at those, we add those two together. Now, you know, I can add those two together too. If you add, these two will be cancelled. But I like to do is I like to use the right hand side minus the right hand side. Then you see if you cosine alpha, cosine beta minus cosine alpha, cosine beta, then these two will be cancelled. And here is this one, sine alpha, sine beta, minus this one. So minus, minus, so you have plus. Okay? Of course, then here, minus that, you have minus. So if you do subtraction on the right hand side, these two will be cancelled. And these two will be added together because minus minus is plus. And here, these two, the above minus down below will be cancelled. Remember again, there is a 1 in front of it. So if you positive 1 minus minus, that's plus. You add those 1 together, you have a 2. So right hand side is actually 2 sine alpha, sine beta. Okay? That's basically what we have here. Let me fold this. That's the one we have right here. That's the right hand side. So you have a sine alpha, sine beta, 2 in front of it. Left hand side is cosine alpha minus beta minus cosine alpha plus beta. You see? Again, if both sides divided by 2, then you cancel these 2. So the left hand side, what we have will be sine alpha plus beta. Right hand side, you have 1/2 at the front, and cosine alpha minus beta, and cosine alpha plus beta. This tells us that for the sine alpha, sine beta, you get cosine. Okay? And you always use first one minus the second one, and then add first one and the second one. Here's subtraction. So this is what we did for the right hand side minus the right hand side. You may think, let's do the addition. Okay. So let me fold this again. If you want to do the addition, add those two together. These two will be cancelled because one is positive, another is negative. Then you have a right hand side is cosine alpha, cosine beta. Here there is a 1, here there is a 1. Let me use pen. If you add, these two will be cancelled, positive, negative, and here you will add together. Okay. So the left hand side is actually 2 cosine alpha, cosine beta if you add. Right hand side, if you add, that's cosine alpha minus beta plus cosine alpha plus beta. That's this one. Okay? And then if you divide 2 on both sides, So these two will cancel these two. Then the left hand side you have is cosine alpha cosine beta. Right hand side you have then have a 1/2 in front of it. And then cosine alpha minus beta plus cosine alpha cosine beta. So this is from the product to sum. Okay. Now, you see previously we have 4 formulas. Now I think 3 formulas would be enough. Why? Look. You have a sine, cosine, and here is sine, sine, and here is cosine, cosine. You may wonder, how about cosine, sine, right? But you know, cosine beta times sine alpha is just sine alpha times cosine beta. So to reduce our burden, then let's consider these 3, because if you switch cosine alpha sine beta, that's the same thing. Switch cosine beta sine alpha, that's the same with sine alpha cosine beta. Okay. Now, once we got the formula down here, then we want to compare those formulas to see how we are going to remember it. Okay. Sine alpha cosine beta, you get sine, sine. Okay. If they are different, you get sines. If they are the same, sine, sine, you get cosine. And here plus goes first. Here subtraction goes first. For sine, you have a subtraction. For cosine, you also get cosine. Because here are the same, you get cosine. Here are the same, you also get cosine. The only difference is here is subtraction. Here is addition. For the addition, for the subtraction, you have a sine. For the addition, you have cosine. Okay. We did applications for this first formula. Let's look at applications for the second and the third. Okay, so I will leave the formula up right here. Formula 2 and 3. Okay, so we may cover this part. We'll use this part later. There are 2 formulas. Now, let's look at the examples right here. Okay, so let me take this out. Alright, so here we have a formula 2 and formula 3. Previously I did this example for formula 1. Now I want to fold it. Now let's look at example 2. Example 2 is you are given sine, sine. If you are given sine, sine is going to be cosine, cosine. Okay. And then here you have subtraction for cosine. And the first angle minus the second angle. Here we have alpha is 5t, beta is 2t. So 5t minus 2t, we have 1/2 in front of it. That's 5t minus 2t from the first formula. Okay. And then minus, so we have a minus here. Minus, minus. And then you want to add those 2 angles together. 5t, 2t. That's it. So basically, if you have a formula, that's easy to do it. Okay, now move on. 5 minus 2 is 3. 5 plus 2 is 7. So that's it. We give 1/2 to every term inside by distributive property. 1/2 needs to times the first term and the second term. Okay, so that's it. We are done. From product to the difference. Yeah. Okay, now let's look at the application for the third formula. So I got to fold it again. The third one, for sure, you are given two cosines. Okay. Cosine alpha, cosine beta. And cosine alpha is 8u. Cosine beta is negative 2u. Again, negative. Previously, you probably remember I showed you negative, positive, no problem for cosine. So you want to do is make them equal. Now you have a cosine alpha, which is 8u for alpha, 2u for beta. For cosine, you should have a cosine plus. Okay, 1/2 in front of it. First one is subtraction, so 8u minus 2u. That's the one down here. Okay. And then the second one is plus. So you have 8u plus 2u. Alright. Now 8u minus 2u is 6. 8 plus 2 is 10. So 6, 10. 1/2 goes to everything inside. Okay, so example is pretty trivial. Now we have applications for, you see, we are given 3 formulas. 1, 2, 3. Then we have 3 examples. And these 3 examples is change the product to the sum or differences. Okay, test application for the sum to the difference, or from the product to the sum or difference. Again, this will be used in calculus. You are going to find out, if you are going to find out the integral for those two, it is hard. But if we have that, you do it separately, and that's very easy. You can see. Okay, as for the integral. Okay, now we are done with product to sum.